When I first became a goth, I jumped in feet first and fell in love with every aspect of the subculture to the point where it seemed a bit obsessive, and looking back, kinda was. I was new. I was so enthralled by this new world that was so beautiful and dark and mysterious. The style was just so expressive and vampiric, and the music only added to the fantasy. It's easy to become so immersed, but when you start off, you're like up here. You're like a little kid in a toy store bouncing around from shelf to shelf. What's this? What's that? I use the word goth or gothic like 100 times in a day, and I would apply it to every single aspect of my existence. I'd find a way. Eventually, I leveled out, and I was no longer living in the Sisters of Narnia, and I simply became just a member of the subculture. But prior to leveling out, I made many people completely insane with my strange antics. I was 15 years old, it was 1995, and still shopping online was a relatively unknown concept. I didn't have a computer in my house until like 1998. On a slightly related note, check out what Amazon used to look like when it was first launched. We used to get tons of catalogs in the mail constantly, and one of my annoying habits was that every single advertisement that contained a human, I would immediately turn into a goth. Every single one of them. Why? Well, I was 15, and I was still up here. So among these catalogs that we would get a lot of clothing catalogs as well, and a lot of them were for my mother, and the main theme was that it was very basic. And I had developed this obsessive hobby. So the hobby was a little bit more like a challenge. And the challenge was I was going to a goth club that night, and I had my own shoes, I had my own accessories, but I had to only wear the clothing that are within this catalog. I would have to go somewhere quiet, and I would pore over these catalogs. I was very focused, and I would pore over them for hours sometimes at a clip. And I would circle individual pieces that I would put together to create an outfit. It was a strange hobby, but it served me well when I went shopping because, as I said in previous videos, clothing from actual Gothic designers were very expensive, and they certainly weren't designed for anyone on a tight budget, teenage or otherwise. So I had a lot of fun with it. When I used to go into these junior shops that were really designated toward consumers of pop culture, I would get to use my creativity, and I was so focused. Today it's a lot easier, but back in the 90s it was really difficult to cultivate a Gothic wardrobe based upon what was available. I'd have to say under the circumstances I did pretty well. Obviously the colors that you would search for were black, but acceptable colors were also deep purple, burgundy, and then white as an accent color. A few weeks back I was contacted by two clothing companies, Romwe and Shein, and they had asked if I could select a few items from their catalog and then wear them on my channel. So initially, I was a little bit apprehensive because I'm not a fan of running around looking like Kylie Jenner. But then again, hey, free stuff. So I followed the links and I went to the catalogs, and suddenly I'm brought back to my 15-year-old self where I was meticulously pouring through these catalogs, trying to choose an outfit for the goth club that night. Challenge accepted. Only I decided to up the difficulty levels a bit. Not only did I have to select a Gothic outfit, I had to select a Gothic outfit that I would have chosen in the 90s. Therefore, it must be 90s themed. So as you probably surmised by the title, not only is this story time, not only is this a try-on, but this is also a giveaway. So it's a size small, and what I would like from you, I would like you to tell me in the comments, I want to know what band/song will always make it onto every single one of your playlists, or your all-time favorite concert that you've ever been to.
Shining the sky,